Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Keys. I'm from Monterey City, Pennsylvania, which is located in Schuylkill County. I'm a secondary education and social studies major here at Commonwealth University at the Lock Haven campus. And if you see in our bottom left hand corner, I included a picture of Monterey City. Well, it's of the skyline, but it's a really beautiful picture. And in the right hand corner, I included a picture of Lock Haven University's campus. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about the Democratic Republic of the Congo cobalt mining crisis. I became interested in this topic when I learned about the human rights violations associated with cobalt mining and how many of our batteries in our technology uses cobalt. My hometown, Monterey City, is a coal mining community, and I enjoy learning about the effects mining our Earth's natural resources has on local communities and people. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is located in Central Africa. Throughout the video, I'm going to refer to the Democratic Republic of the Congo as the DRC. It is located on the equator. It is the second largest country in Africa with 86 million Congolese people. The capital of the DRC is Kinshasa. It is bordered by various countries, but some familiar ones are South Sudan, Angola, and Rwanda. It is important to note that the Republic of the Congo is a separate country, but it does border the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The DRC sits in the Congo rainforest and part of the Congo River basin. Within the DRC, there's mountains, grasslands, and savannas, so it does have a pretty kind of diverse environment. The country's GDP, or gross domestic product, which is a good indicator of how well the economy is doing for a country, sits at 47 billion as of 2021. The DRC is the largest producer of cobalt ore and a major producer of diamond and copper. The country's raw materials estimated to be at 24 trillion US dollars. In the DRC, the president shares power with the prime minister. The country's legislative is bicameral, meaning two branches, consisting of the National Assembly and the Senate. The country is divided into administrative divisions. Within the DRC, there is 250 ethnic groups such as Congo. The country's mine operations attracts migrant workers. French is the official language, with 51% being able to read and write in French and 74% being able to speak it. Christianity is the dominant religion of the DRC. Cobalt is a natural, non-renewable resource found in the Earth's crust. It's a magnetic metal that is heat resistant, used in lithium-ion batteries. For metal to be magnetic, it will produce a magnetic field and be attracted to a magnet. So, for instance, if you would hold like your kitchen magnet to it, it would stick. Cobalt is distinguishable from copper due to its bluish tinted color. You can see in some of these pictures the bluish tinted color that is associated with cobalt. The one picture does make it look a little green, but it's mainly bluish. It is found in essential vitamins for animals such as B12. Cobalt is found in layered sediments close to the Earth's surface. So, as you can see in the one picture, it's relatively close to the Earth's surface, and you can see the layers that they mined away to find the cobalt. It is most known for its use in the booming electric vehicle industry. I also attached a picture of a electric vehicle battery, but it's also used in other industries such as phones and nicotine vapes. Cobalt ensures that batteries do not overheat and catch fire. Electric vehicles use about 8 kilograms of cobalt. Cobalt is mined by hand in underground tunnels. As we talk further throughout the video, you'll learn about the consequences of cobalt. We see environmental, social, and economic and health effects for its extraction. Cobalt is mainly mined in the DRC and often used as child labor. I mentioned in the beginning my upbringing in the coal region of Pennsylvania, and in the late 1800s, child labor was also used in the extraction of coal, mainly boys who worked as breaker boys. The Earth's cobalt is mainly mined within the DRC. The DRC makes up for about 70% of the world's cobalt mining production. Other countries such as Russia and Australia also mine cobalt, making up for around 10% of the Earth's production. The DRC cobalt mining is broken up into two different sectors: industrial mines and artisanal mines. Industrial mines are done by big companies and are often fenced off and have concrete walls, while artisanal mines are the ones that we see in the one picture that are extremely unsafe for miners in the local communities. So I have two pictures here showing the contrast between industrial mines and artisanal mines. So you can see in the one picture, the industrial mines have more safer technology, they have buildings, whereas in other pictures, we just see people mining with their hands using stuff they would have at home to mine. Cobalt is mined in underground tunnels. When the miner goes into these tunnels, they don't have safety equipment, and they're often using their hands to go down into the tunnel. These mines can go as deep as 25 meters into the ground. Cobalt mining causes indigenous people to be displaced due to armed conflicts and building more mines. This pushes them out of their homes into mining communities. When indigenous people are pushed into these mining communities, they have to change their career paths, going from farming and forestry to mining cobalt in these dangerous mines. This is because when mines are needed to be built, you have to clear the vegetation, so such as trees and grass. Once the cobalt is mined, the indigenous people are left without a job and unable to go back to farming due to the deforestation and other environmental consequences of the extraction of natural resources. The revenue from mining often does not feed the local community's economy due to corruption. The environmental effects of mining negatively impacts the Earth's economic progress. This is because mines aren't often cleaned up, and all that ore is sitting there, and the pollution's going into the water. And the Congolese people are making a lot of money because of the supply chain. So the top of the supply chain is going to be the people of first world countries, such as the United States, who are making the most amount of money, while the Congolese people are making the least amount of money. They're at the bottom of the chain. So they're probably, like for instance, we would be making $1 to their 10 cents they are making. Most of the reserves found in the DRC are located in two areas, Hankatanga and Lualaba. Resource mining contaminates water and local landscape. The energy sector is trying to cut carbon emissions, so they are doing this by using green energy. They are moving away from fossil fuels like gasoline. The energy sector accounts for 75% of greenhouse gas emissions. Cobalt mining is washed in local rivers, causing them to be contaminated. The water turns a brown color at cobalt mining locations. Around the mines, there is high air pollution due to dust and dirt. When an area experiences deforestation and the loss of ground level vegetation, there is nothing to hold the dirt in place, so it's moved by the wind. 1 ton of metal ore mine creates 1 ton of solid waste. In the DRC, cobalt mining operations, child labor is often used. Earlier, I said that the lowest at the supply chain are paid the least, and I gave the figure that for our dollar that we're paid, they would be paid 20 cents, but it's actually closer to 75 cents US dollars per day. Cobalt mining is known for having accidents resulting in injuries or deaths of miners. Workers work long hours, making little money. Due to their exposure to toxic dust, miners are more prone to getting lung diseases and hard metal lung diseases. They also experience a decrease in lung functioning. There's poor governments within the local authorities and high corruption within the national government. When a local community found cobalt, miners dug through their home dirt floors. Miners dig anywhere they can, which can lead to building safety issues and sinkholes. Modern day slavery is defined as when an individual is exploited by others for personal or commercial gain, and therefore loses their freedom. Indigenous people and children are losing their freedom within the DRC. Indigenous people are forced to give up their careers for mining communities. Children are unable to go to school and are forced to work in the mines. We do not know exactly how many children work in the cobalt mining industry, but it is within the thousands. Children as young as 8 work in the mines and learn to distinguish cobalt and copper by relating it to their ones. One children reported learning that cobalt looked like chocolate. Local officials say it's too difficult for them to monitor child labor. In the eastern DRC, it is being ran by armed militant groups who enslave women, men, and children. The eastern DRC is controlled by the cobalt mining industry. More people and companies have learned about the human rights violations occurring in the DRC. Gen Z TikTokers have protested the DRC cobalt mining industry by not using nicotine vapes. There is more social responsibility for companies to know where their material is being sourced and if it's done by child labor. CDM is the largest exporter of cobalt from the DRC. It is then sent to China. Apple changed its cobalt supply in April 2023 and committed to supporting communities affected by cobalt mining. Thank you for watching my video. These are the resources I use for my information on the cobalt mining crisis.